TBC, what's the deal? Now I just got a chance to watch Gerald Washington versus Eddie Chambers. I came out with a video saying that the fight was not going to be televised because I heard that from Eddie Chambers' mouth himself. I didn't make it up. It was probably about 2 days before the fight. I heard an interview. He was on EJ Boxing Live, and he said the fight wasn't going to be televised. But it ended up getting televised because there was a lot of early stoppages that occurred on that Victor Ortiz and Andre Berto fight card, which was a damn good fight card. Shouts out to PBC for putting that fight card on. So they showed the fight. It was the last fight of the night. I had to go back and watch the fight this morning because after the Victor Ortiz Berto knockout, I pretty much turned the channel. I thought that was it. I thought it was going to be a whole bunch of filler with them just talking and probably doing some interviews. Anyways, the fight happened. Wow. Wow. Now, I can't say I just hate the way Gerald Washington fights, because if I say that, then I have to say I hate the way Tyson Fury fights. I hate the way Fury is fighting right now, so on and so forth. Man, but it just, when you look at somebody see, the difference between Washington and Fury is one guy looks like He-Man and the other guy just looks like a big guy. Gerald Washington is built like a fucking, I don't know, man. Like he is built like a damn action figure, and he goes in there and he fights as if he's like this little guy, man. I know you want to use your jab, fight smart, circle, use some boxing ability. I get it. I get the whole thing. I totally do. But it seemed like he was just doing enough to score and then just get away. Then you had Eddie Chambers in front of you. No disrespect to Eddie Chambers. He's competed for a title. He's fought a who's heavyweights. Vladimir Klitschko, so on and so forth. He's been out there with the Fury camp. He's fought Povetkin. I mean, this dude has done his thing, man. Despite not winning a world title, he's been a formidable guy. Although he's a smaller guy, some people thought he should have been at cruiserweight. He can put up the high guard, like to use his, he'll parry with punches and come back with jabs and straight right hands and good technique. I mean, he's good. He's fundamentally sound, but I don't know, man. It just looks weird when you have both guys are 34, but we know that when it comes to boxing years, Eddie Chambers is the more experienced guy. And you have a guy like Eddie Chambers in front of you who's a tough guy, because he was there was a few times against Vladimir Klitschko where he was trying to walk Klitschko down behind the high guard and telling Klitschko that the right hands didn't hurt, so on and so forth. He even was slipping some of Klitschko's jabs. It took Emmanuel Stewart to get in Klitschko's face in between rounds to get him to go out there and finish Chambers off, and he finished him off brutally. But Gerald Washington didn't sit down on anything. When he did land some right hands, you could tell that they got Chambers' attention, because Chambers would say, "Oh, it didn't hurt. Give me more." There was a few that kind of knocked him off balance just a little bit, and Washington was fine with it, and he backed off and used his jab. Again, some of you may say, hey, that was smart. But when you're 6'6", 250 pounds and built like a damn brick house, and you're just not even really sitting down on nothing, not too many people's going to get behind you, man. Now, I'm not saying he can't go on to have success, but like I was saying, look at a guy like Lennox. Yes, Lennox would do certain things like that, like use his jab and circle, but that was against fucking Evander Holyfield or David Tua. You know what I mean? What about the fights when he went in there and he was ultra aggressive? Razor Ruddock, Andrew Galata, Michael Grant. I mean, I go on and on with Lennox, man, but it just seems like Washington has no mean streak in him. I just don't get how guys that big, that size, play one of the most violent sports, football, that you can play, American football that you can play. And he just really didn't really seem like he wanted to engage. I mean, it looked like these dudes were in two different weight classes when I was watching the fight. And I had looking at the small guy telling the big guy to come on. Amir Mansour did the same thing with him. Who else did he fight, man, where it was like that? I forget the other guy. Ah, shit. I forget who else Washington fought where it looked pretty similar to that. Was it Nagy Aguilera? Or maybe that was Brazil that fought Aguilera. I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but I'm just not liking what I see, man. Now, I know punchers are born. Maybe he isn't. Maybe he looks very big and strong, but he doesn't really have that punch. I don't know because when he hit Chambers, he was moving him. There was one point in the fight where he was using the jab, and then they kind of got tangled a little bit. Then he used his left arm and literally pushed Chambers across the ring. Just so much stronger, man. And I'm just sitting here like, dude, turn the fucking pressure up. I just when he gets in there with somebody as big as him and his size, and he's not the just naturally bigger guy, it's gonna be interesting to see, man. Maybe he's one of them dudes where you have to force him into a firefight, but I don't know because the Merriman Sword tried and it was pretty much the same thing. Uh, I know he was set to fight Oscar Rivas. That fight had got scrapped because Rivas' eye injury. I'd have been curious to see how that fight would have played out because Rivas is a come forward, smaller type of guy. Chambers is like he just couldn't he knew what he wanted to do, but he couldn't pull the trigger, man. Just couldn't. Then when he did, Washington was out of range. I will give Washington credit for being as big as he is. He can move on his feet pretty well. There are some things there to work with. I'm not saying he's completely trash, but it's not. I just don't think that's going to get it done. But again, at least with Huey Fury, he's 21 years old. He looked like he has faster hands than Washington. Um, Footwork may be a little bit better, but they're pretty much similar fighters at this stage. Washington's 34 though, and Huey Fury is 21. So I'm saying their names together because I saw them both fight yesterday, and they pretty much fought the same type of fight. But for Gerald Washington to be so big and strong, man, it looks weird seeing him walk away from Eddie Chambers, walk away from a Mere Man Sword. Although a Mere Man Sword can hit harder, but I don't know, man. Gerald Washington won an 8-round decision, pretty bland, but he did what he had to do. You look better in your next fight. Just get through this one and look good in your next one. But I don't know. YTBC. I'm out.